There are people in this world who cannot be shaken, cannot be provoked, cannot be manipulated, cannot be broken. They are not cold, they are not heartless. They have simply mastered something that most people never learn. Today, I am going to teach you exactly what that is, and your life will never be the same after this. First, let me tell you what emotionally untouchable is not. It is not numbness. It is not suppressing what you feel. It is not building walls so high that nothing and no one can reach you. That is not strength. That is fear wearing the costume of strength. And it costs more than you know. True emotional untouchability is something completely different. It is the ability to feel everything and be controlled by nothing. To let someone's anger wash over you without drowning. To receive criticism without collapsing. To face rejection without losing your sense of self. To sit with someone else's chaos without becoming chaotic yourself. The emotionally untouchable person is not less human than everyone else. They are more grounded, more rooted, more themselves. And today, you are going to learn the 6 principles that build that rootedness from the inside out. Principle 1. Become the observer of your emotions, not the prisoner of them. Most people are inside their emotions. They are the anger, they are the anxiety, they are the hurt. The moment something triggers them, they disappear into the feeling completely, and the feeling makes all the decisions. But there is another way. You can learn to step 1 inch back from any emotion and watch it instead of becoming it. You are not your anger. You are the person experiencing anger. That 1 inch of distance changes everything. It does not eliminate the feeling. It gives you back the choice of how to respond to it. Practice this today. The next time you feel a strong emotion, name it out loud or in your head. Not, I am angry, but I notice I am experiencing anger. That linguistic shift creates the observer position. And from the observer position, you are always in control. Principle 2. Stop outsourcing your emotional state to other people's behavior. Most people's inner world is a direct mirror of whatever is happening around them. Someone is rude to them, their day is ruined. Someone ignores them, they spiral. Someone criticizes them, they collapse. They have made other people, the weather, and themselves a leaf in that weather. The emotionally untouchable person understands something fundamental. Other people's behavior is about them, almost never about you. The rude person is carrying something. The critical person is projecting something. The dismissive person is protecting something. When you truly internalize this, other people's behavior loses its power to define your inner state. Principle 3. Validate your own emotional experience before seeking it from others. This is one of the most transformative shifts you will ever make. Most people walk through life with an invisible cup held out, waiting for someone else to fill it with validation, approval, acknowledgement. And because the cup is always dependent on others to fill, it is always at risk of being empty. The emotionally untouchable person learns to fill their own cup first, not by pretending they do not need connection. They do. Everyone does, but by becoming their own first source of acknowledgement. When something goes wrong, before reaching for someone else's reassurance, try this. Say to yourself what you would say to a close friend in the same situation. Give yourself the acknowledgement you are seeking externally. You will find that what you actually needed was the acknowledgement itself, not specifically from another person. And when your own validation is your foundation, other people's approval becomes a bonus, not a necessity. Principle 4. Master the power of non-reaction in the moment. We have already talked about silence in another video. But in the context of emotional untouchability, it deserves its own principle. The most powerful thing you can do when provoked is nothing. Not because you feel nothing, but because you have decided that this moment does not deserve your energy. Every time you choose non-reaction when reaction was expected, you demonstrate to yourself and to everyone watching that you are in control of yourself. And self-control, real self-control, is the most attractive and most intimidating quality a human being can possess. Principle 5. Build an identity that does not depend on any single outcome. The person who is emotionally destroyed by failure had their entire identity invested in success. The person who is shattered by rejection had their entire sense of worth invested in being accepted. When your identity is narrow, when it rests on one thing, one relationship, one job, one achievement, it is fragile. One blow, and it collapses entirely. The emotionally untouchable person builds an identity that is wide and deep and multidimensional. They are not just an employee, they are a thinker, a learner, a creator, a friend, a person of values. When one area of their life takes a hit, the others hold. They do not collapse because they are not standing on a single pillar. They are standing on a foundation. Build more pillars, more dimensions of identity, more sources of meaning. Each one you add makes you less destroyable by any single event. Principle 6. Embrace the impermanence of emotional states. Every feeling you have ever had has ended. Every dark period you have ever been through has passed. Every anxiety that felt permanent dissolved. Every pain that felt unsurvivable was survived. The emotionally untouchable person knows this, not as a concept, but as a lived truth that their nervous system has internalized. When a difficult emotion arrives, they do not resist it or become it. They simply note, this will pass, because it always has, and it always will. This knowing, this bone-deep certainty that no emotional state is permanent, is perhaps the single most liberating psychological truth available to a human being.